LA Police Gear Defender Assisted Opening Knife. This is a $14 knife, and full disclosure, I've never had a $14 knife because I have always kind of wanted to buy better knives. But as with other LA Police Gear stuff, as I mentioned in other videos, you always get a good amount of quality for not a lot of money, and of course another good example right here. Now, when might you want just a $14 knife? Well, maybe you are getting a starter knife for someone. Maybe you're getting a knife for your son as his first knife. Maybe in my case, I'm getting a knife for my dad. He asked me about carrying a knife and he doesn't, so maybe this would be a good starter knife for him. Maybe you want a knife to put in your toolbox that you're not going to use a lot. It's not going to be a hard use knife, but you may need to occasionally cut some stuff with the box that you've got with you. Maybe a knife for your car. Maybe a knife to take on a trip, because sometimes on trips, knives get lost. Either they get taken by security or misplaced, so good option for that. So plenty of uses for this knife for a not that expensive knife. I'll put the links down below here and you can check them out. So let's have a look at it. The handle of this is fiber reinforced nylon through this center portion here, and then there's a rubber overmold on the top and bottom, which adds a little bit of grippiness to it. The pocket clip is reversible, right or left-handed carry. It's a relatively deep carry pocket clip. Not too much is going to be sticking out of your pocket. And then right there, there's a lanyard hole if you want to put one of those through there. There's a back spacer. And then this knife is a flipper, and it's assisted flipper. So if you just give it a gentle flip, the assisted will get it to right there, but giving it a normal flip, flies right open every time. No problems. You do meet some resistance closing it because of that assistance, so you get it here, you meet that resistance, and then push it the rest of the way closed. Could you close it with one hand? Sure you could, just gonna take a little bit more effort. Has a liner lock. You can see there's the lockup. On the inside here, there are some metal liners, not skeletonized, not really too much in the way of the lockup. I might like that to go over just a little bit more. But again, it's not a hard use knife, so don't stick your life on the $14 knife. On the back, there's some jimping here on the thumb ramp that continues in to the front part of the blade. It's grippy enough. There are the thumb studs. If you want, you can try and open it with the thumb studs, but because of the assistedness, you meet a lot of resistance, and I am not good enough to open it with the thumb studs. And it's a flipper, so why would you use thumb studs anyway? Flipper goes down there. Gonna keep your finger from going down to the knife. The blade is a 3.25-inch Tanto blade. You can see the blade steel right there, 8CR13 steel, and it is sharpened on both sides. Down at the edge, the serrations, however, are only sharpened on the bevel on the one side. LA Police Gear logo there on the back. This knife is made in China, which I guess you'd expect for a $14 knife. On my scale, this knife weighs in at 3.3 ounces, so not too heavy, not too light, good medium weight blade. Otherwise, that's about it for this knife. Check it out on their website. I'll put the links down below. LA Police Gear Defender Assisted Opening Knife.